Hello there, my name is Vinny Voodoo, and I recently did a video on the fact that most recent patch, not the one that fixed the guns akimbo that came out today, the little patch, but the larger patch fixed skins on the back of your operator. And looking at this clip, this side by side, you can clearly see the one on the left is the after of the patch, where the skin is proper, and the one on the right is showing just these weird red bands of skin that are not correct. In that video, which I'll link to in the description and at the end of this video, I discussed the fact that assault rifles and SMGs, when using hardpoint, do not appear on your back. And I can show you that. I've got a loadout here with the Farah, if I can find it. Right, the Farah 83 there is my secondary. So I'm going to make that my favorite, which means my character will have that as their walking animation. And you can see there the Farah 83 is not on her back. And I can show you that with a close-up. A very kind subscriber called Locus told me that they don't appear on the back in battle. They actually dangle in front of you, and they literally dangle. There's no strap or anything like that. If you look at this clip, he's absolutely right. And I had no idea. 11 months, 12 months playing this game, I had no idea that was the case. That brought up an interesting discussion that we had about he wanted to see his operator without anything obscuring it. So if you had the shield on your back, it'd obscure. If you had the gun dangling, it'd obscure. My thoughts were the operator should look exactly the same in this screen, on the operator select screen, as he does when you go into battle. It's just my personal opinion. And I thought, well, isn't that funny that you don't even notice that they dangle in front of you? You know, it takes a certain enemy criteria to be able to see this. The enemy has to have hardpoint on, has to have an assault rifle or an SMG, and you have to be close enough to see them swap weapons, and so on and so forth. So the chances of you seeing someone aren't, you know, necessarily every enemy you're going to find. But yeah, they dangle in front. Now, that doesn't mean they aren't without their problems. If you look at this clip of Flint Mushroom swapping between an SMG and its primary, they're both primaries, but you know what I mean. It's a black SMG until it goes into his hands, when it magically appears with the camo or blueprint that it's got. Now, not all guns do this, but this particular gun that he selected there did. And when I was recording this, I wasn't expecting that. And it shows you that the camo is bugged when it comes to hardpoint, and it does mean that if you're dangling a gun in front of you throughout the game and don't swap, someone might never see the fancy animated new skin that you've got on it. Speaking of that, there are now animated evolving skins, and I've got a loadout here with the Vulture XO, which, if you've got the Battle Pass and if you bought the Battle Pass, you will have had, assuming you completed the Battle Pass, because and you can see it there on the table, going through, flashing, and I think it's the more kills you get, but it may be anything you do in the game, contracts and so on, that changes it, because it starts off looking like this, just a kind of green, and then as the game progresses, you end up with it looking like this. And I kind of like it. I'm not a big fan of the lack of realism of it, but I do like the kind of like fanciness of it. The problem I have with it is when you look at someone else sporting it, it looks like a hairy baby has thrown up all over it. Quite why the baby was hairy then, I don't know, but it doesn't look great. But that goes back to my previous video of complaining that things in the operator select screen have been deliberately, shall we say, massaged to look a lot better than they do in the actual gameplay itself. But anyway, this was just a brief update as we head towards Season 3, and hopefully another texture pack as well. In fact, I've heard that the Xbox has texture pack 4 on it, but I've gone on an Xbox and I couldn't see one there. So it may be an Xbox Series S or X thing, I don't know. But certainly on the PlayStation, there's the 3 texture packs there. As a final note, also, I've had several people report to me that they couldn't uninstall or reinstall texture pack 2. This is apparently an Xbox only bug. I don't know if it's just the last generation or if it's the new generation. I don't have an Xbox here to test it, but I do not have a solution. If a solution comes up, I will post a video about it. But yes, guns dangle in front of you when you use hardpoints, and they do not appear on your back at all if they are an assault rifle or an SMG. Shotguns do appear on your back. Anyway, that's enough waffling from me. Look out for a new comparison video soon. My name is Vinny Voodoo, and I will talk to you then.